We all do mistakes as landscape photographers. It doesn't matter if you are a beginner or an experienced photographer. After more than 10 years of doing this, I still make mistakes. So I thought it would be an interesting video for you to see some of the mistakes that people are doing and of course how to avoid them. The biggest mistake by far the biggest mistake I see people doing is not realizing what they are exactly looking at. They're not realizing what they should photograph or how they should photograph the scene that is in front of them and that capture their eyes. What do I mean by that? I mean that you are driving your car, for example, you see a beautiful landscape, you stop, you take a photo, you go back home, you open that photo in Lightroom or Photoshop, you take a look at the photo and you say, why did I stop there? It's nothing interesting in this photo. And this means that you didn't realize why did you stop there in the first place. To fix that mistake, you really need to ask yourself, what am I photographing here? That's the most important question in landscape photography. What am I photographing here? What is the focal point? What is the point of interest? Why have I stopped here? Now your answer might not be the best answer, but it's going to be an answer, and in time you will learn how to give better answers. That's the easiest way to say it. So in time you'll learn what you really like. In time you will learn through photography what exactly do you like in a landscape. But the minute you give yourself an answer, either bad or good, you will photograph according to that decision. You will frame that subject. You will make sure the exposure is correct for that subject. You will make sure the subject is in focus, and when you will edit with that subject in mind. The second mistake is not using the tripod. This is a technical mistake, and I know from my own experience that sometimes using the tripod it's not that fun, because the tripod kind of limits your movement, and that's why I always say that you should look for your composition without the tripod and then use the tripod. Also related to the tripod mistake, there are two other small mistakes. One, they don't use remote control, so even though the camera is on the tripod, they still trigger it like they would shoot from the hand. They don't even use a timer. So this is one mistake. And the second mistake, when they put the camera on the tripod, they forgot the VR or the image stabilization activated. So this can cause some problems on some cameras, or combination between cameras and lenses. When you're doing longer exposures, the images will get shaky. So don't forget to deactivate your image stabilization. It will also drain the battery and when it's not necessary. Mistake number 3 is trying to capture everything in the shot. Sometimes, especially when people are trying to photograph trees, they think that including the whole tree in the photo, it's much better than choosing one portion of the tree. So let me just show you a photo before with the entire tree, and then a photo with me concentrating on smaller details of the tree. In my personal opinion, photographing only some areas of the tree sometimes works better than photographing the entire tree. Mistake number 4 is not creating the proper context, or in other words, not telling the story of the place. So for example, here I saw this tree, I'm impressed by this tree, I really like how beautiful the leaves are colored. But the minute I tried to photograph it, I tried just to frame the entire tree and that's it. But a better photo would be to put this in context and to show the view that you have from up here, and include the tree as foreground element, and I'll let the viewer go into the background over there in the distance. Mistake number 5 is always looking for the big views, the impressive panoramas, and you are overlooking the small details. So I don't know if this is the mistake here is overlooking the details, or the mistake is always looking for the big views, but you get the idea. And the way you fix this is very easily. you look down from time to time and you try to enjoy the beauty of nature on a smaller scale. Especially now it's autumn and the leaves are really colored and you get some interesting textures to photograph. These were 5 mistakes that you do as a landscape photographer. Let me know in comments below which mistake you are guilty of or what other mistakes have you made, so we can all learn from it. And until next time, keep on photographing is the only way to get better. And don't forget to share this video with your friends. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.